Hello, my name is Sarah Bean. I'm the owner of Love at Home Education. I was homeschooled from 7th grade on up and now homeschool my own children. And this is my video on our preschool curriculums. All right, so this order is actually a special one. So I wanted to be able to make a full video on this order. Now this person ordered 2 full preschool curriculums as well as the full kindergarten curriculum and some additional add-ons. I wanted to show you how you can get these exact same things, or if you had any questions about what's included in the preschool or kindergarten, this should definitely answer that. I'm going to flip this around several times to show you inside of each item as well. So if any point you want to skip ahead, go to the description and click on any of the little times. That will get you further ahead. You can skip around as much as you want. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave us a comment with either a comment or a question if you need some clarification. Let's go ahead and do that. As you can see right there, that is a pile of some of our other orders. So if at any point you had any other questions about the products that we offer, where you can purchase them, feel free to leave that in the comments. I try to at least like every single comment I see, but if you have an actual question, I would be happy to respond to you. First, we are gonna go through the regular preschool curriculum. I'm just gonna go ahead and lift these up to show you, and then later on in the video I will turn it around and actually show you in depth through each of these. Now you have 2 options when you order the preschool curriculum. You can either get it secular or faith-based. I do believe in this one, yep, they have one of each. So I'm going to go through the secular one first. Now first, what makes it secular? Well, first we've got these affirmation cards, and in the lesson planner, which is also the secular lesson planner, it will tell you how often to memorize each of these with your child. There are 13, as this is a 26-week curriculum, because each week goes along with the letter of the alphabet. The second thing you'll notice is we have our own flashcards. There are 50 flashcards. So we have A to Z, as well as numbers 1 to 10, colors and shapes. We then have the hands-on numbers guide. This is kind of like a little cookbook that goes numbers 1 to 10. The tea time colors of the rainbow, which is a fun little way to set up your tea times in accordance to a specific color of the rainbow. The secular planner, now this will be a big difference in the faith-based one, which I will show you as well. But basically each one is going to go in here and tell you what to do each week. But remember, this is your home, your homeschool, and you can do it in any way you want. This is just a guide. Now, my favorite part of the entire one is the hands-on ABC guide. I can't wait to give you a more in-depth tour of this. There are 2 crafts for each of the preschool, or sorry, each of the letters of the alphabet. And that rounds out the full secular edition of the preschool curriculum. Now for an overview of the faith-based, they actually got this one in our preschool bundle on TikTok. If at any point you would like me to add that as an option to the website, I absolutely can. Usually I just have people piece things together as they wish, but I'm going to go ahead and start with the faith-based. So of course we've got those faith-based affirmations. Again, the tea time, the hands-on numbers guide, the hands-on ABC guide, and the flashcards. These ones are actually laminated. They do have that option as well, and they wanted 1 set of them laminated. This is the faith-based. So you're going to see in here that instead of recommending an Aesop's Fable, it's going to recommend a Bible story. And for each of the week, it'll have a little 3-day schedule that you absolutely don't have to follow, but it might make it a little bit easier for you to do so. So like I mentioned, this one is actually part of what is called the preschool bundle on TikTok. So not only did they get the full preschool curriculum, they also got our handwriting pre-writing guide, and they picked the laminated version. They also got the laminated version of the colors and shapes, the vehicles tracing book, letters A to Z tracing book, animals tracing book, and the calm down corner posters. Now that wraps up the pre-K. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick introduction into the kindergarten. Now this is the full year of kindergarten, so you have the option to get either the full math, or you can get the one that we have went ahead and put together for you, which includes science, social studies, handwriting, and some language arts as well. All right, so this is the kindergarten one. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the handwriting first. Now in the digital one, you will actually get several more of the guides. In the physical one, there's a little bit less just to be cost effective, but you can always add those on physically if you would like. So first we've got the uppercase alphabet, and the lowercase alphabet. These are also both laminated because that is what she chose. And then each of them come with a little how-to that is laminated and double-sided. Again, I will turn this around and show you in depth here in just a moment. Next, we have the phonics. So this is what's included for the kindergarteners, is these basic phonics cards. For the science, she actually chose to get both the Miss Frizzle, which is usually what's included in the kindergarten, and the Wild Science. So we've got the Miss Frizzle collection, which as you can see is huge. There's about 100 lessons in there. And the Wild Science, #1, which has 20 lessons, and this is based on the wild crafts. And I'll link the video in the description of when I went through this full thing and the full Miss Frizzle as well, so that you guys can have any questions answered. Now for social studies, we have the Berenstain Bears Teach Social Studies. And she got the full set, which means not only did she get this guide that has, you know, the handwriting and the units inside of it, it also comes with 2 laminated chore charts, the Recipes Around the World cookbook, the Easy Food cookbook, and because she was such a big customer, we went ahead and threw in our kids' gratitude journal. Next, we're going to go ahead and move on to the planner section. So we include both a blank planner and a filled out planner. I'll go ahead and show you the major differences in each. So this one is blank so that every week you can write in what you're wanting your children to study. And this one, somebody asked me to make one that would do it how I would do it. Oops. And as you can see, at the beginning of every month, it gives them a specific thing to start on. Now, the very last thing is math. This math was recently revised. I believe it was in October of 2024. So it is now a laminated learning book that's reusable. You can get this either digital, you can get this with sheet protectors, or you can get this laminated. It also includes our measurement and classification unit, our K through 6 graphing unit, and our K through 4 fractions. All right, now that we've gone through each one of those, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around and show you guys actually inside all of them. Let's go ahead and do this. Like I said, at any point you can go to the description and skip ahead. You can go back and watch something, but please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Let's go ahead and take a look through the preschool curriculum. Now, our flashcards are already wrapped up, so if you want to see those, go ahead and leave a comment and I will show you the video where I go through these. These are the affirmations. So as you can see, there are 13 of them, and each one of them is going to be focused on a different story in there, so you'll see that in the lesson planner. Now, the hands-on ABC guide is one of my favorite things that I've ever made. There are 2 crafts per letter, so the idea is basically to do 2 of them a week, and it will show you in the lesson planner. Now this week we're trying to get A through D and kind of do 1 a day because we've already covered a lot of these, but you absolutely don't have to do that. So as you can see, lots of different crafts in here. And then the next thing is going to be the planner. So this is the secular planner. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. Now you can get lesson 1 for free. Hopefully I've remembered to put that into the description. If I didn't, please just leave a comment and ask me. But it's going to go the letter and craft, number, shape, color, song, fable, memory verse, skill, and book list every week. Now it does have the Bible and the Aesop's Fables here, and it has that in both so that you can see kind of what the other guide is doing, so that you don't have to purchase both if you didn't want to. And then it'll go in here to have a little schedule that you can or cannot follow. I mean, it is completely up to you. And then it'll have the songs that we recommend. Like I said, there are 26 lessons based on each letter of the alphabet. But if you need to study one of these for more than 1 week, absolutely do so. It is completely up to you. All right. The next thing is the Tea Time Colors of the Rainbow. Now we have a lot of tea time things on our website, but this one is specifically for the colors of the rainbow. And as you can see, it just gives you a lot of really fun ideas to have a fun tea time that's themed with a color. The Hands-on Numbers Guide. This is something that I'm really excited about, actually. So it teaches you how to make a number shelf if that's something you want to do. And then it'll give you a recipe to help with one-to-one correspondence. And this is something that my kids had so much fun with when I was making it. Next thing is we're going to do this preschool bundle. And now the first part of the preschool bundle is going to be the preschool curriculum as well. With this one, they had the laminated flashcards. So as you can see, they're slightly bigger because they're laminated, and the faith-based planner and affirmations. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly show you what that looks like here. Instead of having the Aesop's Fable, it has the affirmation that's Bible-y and the Bible story, but the rest of it is pretty much the same. And then, like I said, the affirmations, which are down here at the bottom, are faith-based. So they wanted to make sure they got one of each since they were ordering 2 full ones. If you are ordering a preschool curriculum for more than 1 child, the only things you might need duplicates of are the hands-on ABC guide, because that is all consumable, which, let me remind you, is this one. And you might want doubles of the flashcards, especially if your child likes to trace them or anything like that, but you absolutely don't need doubles of that. The only thing I absolutely recommend having doubles of is the hands-on ABC guide. But then where the bundle comes in is we're going to have the handwriting, pre-writing. So there are just over 30 lessons, I believe, that go through lines, shapes, and directions. Like I said, she wanted this one laminated, but you can get these to print yourself. You can get them with sheet protectors, or you can get them with just pencils. My son really likes to use his marker and goes over these all the time. So that is the first thing in the bundle. The second thing is our Calm Down Corner posters, which again, she got laminated, but you don't have to. This goes through green zone, red zone, yellow zone, affirmations, that kind of thing. Then we've got our animals tracing book, which I'll flip through really quickly here. And now I offer all of these as digital downloads as well, just so you know. The letters A to Z tracing book, which goes letters A to Z. The vehicles tracing book. And the colors and shapes tracing book, which is the first one I ever made and one of my toddler's favorites. So that wraps up the preschool bundle. Next thing is going to be the Year of Kindergarten. Now, this is the one that I saw in the TikTok shop. It should be the same as the one on the website. I usually prefer people to order it digitally, and then they can tell me what they would like to have printed on our homeschool printing services. But you can also just go straight to the link that I'm going to give you in the description and just order it exactly like this. So, of course, we've got planners, and then we've got our history, we've got our science, and we've got our math. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the planners. Now it'll show you the book and show list that goes along with the science. And then here, this is the one that's partially filled out. So every month it'll tell you what to study with math, what to study with language arts, science, social studies, and week 1 sample. And this is for people who want just a little bit of help, but then they can add it in. People who want to do it all themselves, which is the kind of person I'd be, but totally up to you. This one is completely blank, so you can fill it in either as you go, plan each week as you go. Again, completely up to you. That's the beauty of homeschooling. Next, we're going to go ahead and go into the social studies. So like I said, I threw in this gratitude journal for her because she ordered so many things. So this does not come with it, but it is sold separately. Now, she got the full social studies. So if you get the basic social studies, you're just going to get this first one. Or if you get the digital one, you're actually going to get even more than this. So it goes through the standards, activities, the reading schedule. Then each unit is going to look like this. The standards, the books, the activities, and the shopping list. And each one is going to have 2 pages for writing. So one with manuscript and one with cursive. That way this can be used for different aged children. But each of the 7 units is going to have the same layout, as you can see here. You also, if you need more of these consumable pages here, you can order those separately as well, and you can add on these pages. Now, she got the full bundle, which means that's going to come with the Easy Food Cookbook and the Recipes Around the World Cookbook. So I'll do just a small flip through these. And she also got some laminated chore charts. Now, in the digital one, you're actually going to get so many more chore charts and things like that to go along with one of those units. But this is how it comes physically. All right, next we're going to go into math. Like I said, this was recently revised. Not all of it, but some of it. So when you order math for more than 1 child, you're only going to need 1 K through 4 fractions, 1 graphing, and 1 of the measurement. And then you'll need just their their books here, which I'm just realizing I actually need to go grab her teacher's guide because that isn't in this pile, but a teacher's guide will come with that. So measurement and classification, we have lots of different units here with different competencies. Graphing is going to be the same way, but it's focused on graphing in situations, graphing with cooking. And fractions in the kitchen is going to be like a giant cookbook that goes and teaches you thirds, quarters, and halves. Now this is what was just recently revised. So this is the laminated math book. The reason it's laminated is so your child can do it over and over again. But to save money, you can also print it on cardstock and put it in sheet protectors, which is how we prefer to use it. These are able to be used with dry erase, and then that will come with a teacher's guide as well. Now we're going to go into the science here. So she actually added on wild science. This does not originally come with the full kindergarten. She added this on. So what comes with the full kindergarten is going to be the Miss Frizzle unit collection. There are 20 different units, each based on a different theme, as you can see here, and you can use whatever book you want. You can either use Magic School Bus Rides Again, you can use the show, or you can use literally any show or book on the topic. The first unit of this is free as well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that after it shows you these schedules here. So you're going to see, okay, unit 1 is on birds. This is the book that we used to go along with it, but you can use any bird book. It has reading and answering questions, small student report, and then we've got STEAM stuff, we've got art stuff, and we've got recipes. And each one of that is going to have the same format. Now we also have a 4th to 8th grade extension, which is the exact same themes, but different activities and different kind of how to make the reports. And that's going to be for the bigger ages. But this one comes with the kindergarten one. And now, like I said, she added on the wild science. And I do have a video completely on this wild science. But she got the kindergarten through 3rd grade workbook and the teacher's guide. And I'll show you here. You watch an episode of the Wild Kratts and then do the corresponding lesson in your workbook. This one comes in preschool, K through 3rd, and 3rd through 6th grade. And the last one is going to be the rest of the language arts. So it actually comes with a little bit of a spelling guide and a reading guide. I put that at the back of the other planner here. So because it's just very short, you don't need to focus on that much with kindergarten. That's at the back here. This is phonics, so this comes along with it. And what you do with it is up to you. You can cut them out, you can laminate them, or you can leave them on the page here. But this teaches them the basic phonics sounds. And then you can also use these words to go along with it. Then, like I said, in the digital version, you're actually going to get 2 more books, I believe. In the physical version, though, what comes with it is the uppercase alphabet and the lowercase alphabet workbooks. We recommend doing the lowercase ones first because statistically, kids have a harder time with lowercase letters, which is why you'll see a lot of children that still write in uppercase. And they look like they're yelling at you when they're writing. So we recommend doing this one. You can do a full page a day, or what we usually start with is just doing one little section here a day. Sometimes what I will do is if they can trace and write this perfectly, then we just move on. I won't make them do the full page. But again, it's your home, it's your homeschool, it's up to you, but it comes with these. So you can start practicing it on here. This is laminated as well, and then do it inside of the book. But that is the full kindergarten and the full preschool. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know.